Latin American music has been a part of the sonic, musical, and cultural fabric of U.S. popular culture since the beginning of U.S. popular culture.
Latin music is a huge amalgam of genres, melodies, harmonies, rhythms. So when you say Latin, it's very important to understand the breadth.
Latin is the intersection of Europe, Africa, and the indigenous worlds.
We are human beings just like everyone else. What a beautiful thing to see the humanity on stage.
In addition to being the second most spoken language in the United States, around 24% of people consume music in Spanish, and not all of them are Latin. So this means that the music is also kind of piercing the barrier of language.
When we talk about what is Latin music in the United States, it's music in the United States.
Every 5 to 10 years, there is this idea that suddenly Latin music is going mainstream and crossing over, and it's making its mark on the United States. Those conversations have been happening since the early 1900s.
Latinos have never been recognized as part and parcel of the fiber of the United States culture, but we have been in this soil for many centuries.
From Canada down to Tierra del Fuego in Chile is one contiguous land. And for a lot of the history of these shores, Mexico was California. Mexico was New Mexico. Mexico was Texas.
We've been here in the Americas, so this Latin boom that people talk about that happens every so often, it's always been a part of our culture.
We have the tango, the mambo, and the cha-cha-cha, boogaloo, the salsa explosion, Tejano orchestra conjunto music, and then the campesino music, and corridos and rancheras, Chicano bands, Carlos Santana, Latin rock, the hip-hop era, reggaeton, Daddy Yankee, punk music, alternative Latin rock, Ricky Martin, J-Lo, Mark Anthony, Bad Bunny.
Spanish has a real, true global clout, and in an era of streaming that's really served the music very well. Last year, the top artist in the country and in the world was Bad Bunny. He was the first artist who got a #1 on the Billboard 200 with an album that was entirely in Spanish. He remained the only one until this year. Karol G did it too with her album Mañana Será Bonito. This is very groundbreaking.
The kind of youngest listening generations out there right now who are being raised completely on YouTube and streaming culture, they don't care about genre. They just like the music.
In today's day and age, we have the opportunity to really love ourselves and where we come from, and Latin young people are not afraid of that. And what's so cool about it too is that they're creating more and more music that is breaking down barriers.
Latin music is sometimes, to me, the most complete. We embrace the global source of our cultures. We don't dilute ourselves.
Carnegie Hall has been an extremely important venue in the history of Latin music, and now it's really wonderful that it's front and centered in their main program of the season.
It's important for the world to see how Latinos are united. We can all be representatives of our various genres and celebrate Latinidad together.
The role of cultural institutions is to break the defense mechanisms that we have against being different.
It reaffirms that this music has value that goes beyond a certain genre and goes beyond the language.
It's celebrating the diversity and endless complexity.
Everybody needs recognition, and it has to be part of the human experience. This concert series, that's what it's doing. It's putting us up there for a lot of people to appreciate, to enjoy, and to learn.